Join us every Wednesday for InFocus, a weekly talk show produced by the St. Kitts Nevis Information Service, where we provide exclusives with key persons within the government and discuss pertinent, relevant, and interesting matters that affect us all. Tune in every Wednesday, live on ZIZ Radio and streamed live on Facebook at SKNIS Media and ZIZ Online. InFocus, your government, your business.
Welcome to InFocus. I'm Alicia Daniel Blake, and if you have been following us for the past several weeks, you'll notice that your customary host, Ian Richards, is out at the moment, and he'll be back soon, but you have to continue watching to find out exactly when he'll be back. So my name is Alicia Daniel Blake, and it's our go-to program for exploring the significant developments within and around our government. Today, we spotlight an exciting and transformative event that aims to fuel the future of creative talent in our region. Our theme for this episode is Igniting Creative Excellence, as we delve into the Creative Power Arts Convention, a groundbreaking initiative set to enhance the Caribbean's creative landscape. Joining us, we have Roberitine Webbe, who is the director in the Department of Sports and the Creative Economy, and Casim, aka Lucas Pemberton, Marketing and Communications Officer in that same department. They will guide us through the origins and evolution of this convention, which brings together 28 facilitators from diverse fields such as dance, event promotion, touring, modeling, and fashion design. We'll explore the goals of this year's convention, how it aligns with the broader creative community, and the selection process for its esteemed facilitators. Our discussion will also cover the impact on local industries, opportunities for networking, and the benefits for participants at all levels of experience. Stay tuned as we uncover how this convention is set to shape the future of creativity in the Caribbean. It's your government, your business.
Want to be a part of the Creative Power Arts Convention, but you're like, what to do? Don't worry, registering is easy. Visit our site cpac24.creatives.kn. Click register on the top right, then click it again because why not? Fill out your details, then click continue. After, pick from a variety of sessions. Fill out your information, and once you've completed your registration and payment, you are all set. See you at our Creative Power Arts Convention.
Welcome back to InFocus, and we have our first question. Can you tell us what inspired the creation of the Creative Power Arts Convention?
Sure, and good afternoon everyone listening and watching. So the Creative Arts Convention came from an idea I was toying with. Originally I studied accounting, and so during my university studies, we would go to different accounting conventions. So we are like-minded, and industry leaders and experts will come together, students will come together, also corporate partners will come together, and it's basically a week-long activity where you have, learning, you have networking going on, and also opportunities for, scholarships and job development and so forth. So this is something that I thought was really cool. When I was in school, I also got jobs, like major jobs, from having a convention like this. And so when, being in the profession that I am in now, while we were doing the Creatives Connect, which is the meetings that we had around, the entire country, a lot of them were saying, they want a lot of networking to happen, and they want talent export to happen, and they also want advanced skill development. And so I thought this was going to be a fitting, instead of having it very segmented, a workshop in March, a workshop in December, a culmination event, and event where even persons from other Caribbean countries can come in. And it is the first of its kind. Nothing of this sort has been done in the Caribbean, and basically from since we launched, everybody has been raving about it because it's a unique, and it's also the first ever of its kind. So that's where it's really started from, and then ideas started coming in from staff and team members, and they were all excited. So that's where you got the innovation in basically making it yours. And so that's how the Creative Power Arts Convention idea came along.
All right, very nice, especially coming from a creative.
It won't reach there yet because we're starting. We said that we're going to do it biennial, which is every other year. So the next one will be 2026.
Okay, very nice. And what are the main goals of this year's convention, and how do they align with the broader creative arts community in the Caribbean?
So the main goal is basically skill development and advanced skill development. We often are self-taught due to the region that we are in. So the skill development part, the networking is very beneficial because those persons or the facilitators that we are bringing in are so aligned with the different, whether it's the entertainment industry, whether it's the innovation industry. They have connections everywhere, and so SKNIS is bursting with talent, and so it's only in no time I hope to have many successes or outputs from this convention. And so networking and talent export is definitely another key objective for our convention. So the skill development, networking, and talent export is what we hope to achieve from this convention.
All right, so basically pulling everyone together and seeing where best resources can be used.
Correct.
Okay. And others such as dance, event promotion, touring, modeling, and fashion design. How were these areas of focus chosen for this convention?
You want to jump in here, Lucas? So I'll take it here. So actually, we were trying to find out what are the most popular, or it was a balance. So you have the more popular fields, which is like the modeling, the dance, the music. And then we also have the areas that also need the little advancement in terms of the skill development. So we explored the drama, we also explored the innovation side, such as app development, and try to find a balance of, how we can cater to everyone in the creative arts, because that is a very wide field, or wide industry, but still not too wide that we're unable to provide enough resources to it. And so we had to find a balance there, which I think that we did. So we have also persons from SKNIS who are living abroad but have succeeded in the creative arts industry overseas, who are also coming back to give back, and this is something that they're actually so excited to do. So it was more so finding a balance between what is out there that just needs a little advancing and what really needs the grooming to become a more successful industry.
Mm-hmm. And as you said, it's innovative and the first of its kind in the region, so that is something that you have kudos on. Now, can you give us some insight into the selection process for these facilitators? You already mentioned that some of them are nationals who have become successful in their specific areas internationally, and they're coming back home to contribute to us. What are some of the other methods of selecting these facilitators?
So obviously we go mostly with who is trending. So for example, you have Russian, he's a producer for Cartel, a producer for Byron, and a lot more stars. And then we also have the Ivan Berry, who has done magnificent work in Canada, and who was also being, wanting to collaborate in some way or form, and so we saw that this was a fitting opportunity. So he's bringing 7, international music professionals to come and teach our creatives as well. So it was more of a balance between popularity, of course, people who, think it's people kind of funny. So we had to realize, what do people want? What targets them? What entices them? And so that is why we went the more popular route for some. The others, we knew persons who were when I said they're not just successful, but they're able to translate the information as well, because that is very important. You could be the most successful singer, but if you're not able to transfer the information when it comes to a convention like this, it's not going to really be beneficial. So we actually, we put research persons. So Simon Frederick is someone that we actually researched, because we really wanted someone in film and media who we could say, okay, this is where the development will go if he comes, because he has done it other places. And so we did a lot of research in some instances. Some of them we just knew, and then others it was based on who was trending.
All right. It's interesting about the film aspect. So do you think eventually we can have our own, like how they have Hollywood and Bollywood?
Well,
and
that's
what would we call our wood?
Right. We're actually working on that to basically standardize and professionalize the entire industry. So we're working on a film and media commission. And so that is why it was very critical in our selection process for those who are coming in film and media. So that, that is there's so much untapped potential and even economic benefits to the film and media industry, and so that is an area we had to focus on.
Certainly. And what specific skills or knowledge will attendees gain from the training sessions, particularly in the areas like event promotion and fashion design?
It's very vast. So I can bring up the fashion design. So fashion design, for example, we have Natalie Funrose, who is coming from Trinidad, and ironically she was trending after we had selected her, because she did the costume for Chloe Bailey for St. Lucia's Carnival. So she is actually very popular right now because of that trend. But she's coming in costume design, a very renowned costume designer based in Trinidad and Tobago. She is an international costume designer, so she does work for basically nearly all of the mass bands that we know. And this is worldwide, not just in the Caribbean.
Okay, lovely. What about event promotion? Maybe Rukus could jump in here in this aspect of event promotion. Who is handling that part of the convention?
Okay, so for our upcoming convention, we have Scott Dunn, who is out of Jamaica. And I don't know how many persons know about Dream Weekend, and actually Dream Weekend just went, and I mean it's a really big deal in Jamaica when it comes to events, and so he has the knowledge on what it takes to put on an event, what it takes to promote it, what it takes to get people come out, what it takes to brand it, and so he will be here passing that knowledge on to our event promoters or persons who are interested in becoming an event promoter, and that is something that we're really looking forward to. I mean, Scott Dunn as well, he is excited to come here to pass the knowledge on, and so we are asking persons to make sure that you come out and make sure that you're there for these sessions.
All right.
And I would just add for Scott, just some of the topics that he will be discussing. So we have the economic impact of music festivals and carnival. So it's not just about a small party. He goes for large scale events.
So then let me ask a question. What is the dream something event you were talking about that he recently hosted? Because persons my age, sorry to say, would not know about things like that. What is that dream thing you were talking about?
Well, it's basically a weekend of different events that he has. I
mostly
think it was,
parties and fets.
It was 8 events in one weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, so I mean, Dream Weekend is actually on a larger scale.
Yeah, and it's tens of thousands of people go to these party, and by extension, Dream event has extended beyond just Jamaica. So you have Dream Weekend, Tampa, Dream Weekend in the UK, Dream Weekend in, I want to believe, Atlanta, but it's extended all areas of, you know, the US, and I think he has extended to another continent as well.
So he's well versed.
Yes.
And you were giving me some of the areas, yes.
Topics. So the economic impact of music festivals and carnivals, and you know that is a big deal for us, such as having the music festival just pass and our upcoming carnival, that is our biggest festival. We have sourcing, financing in event promotion, scaling small events to large festivals, and we know sourcing financing is a big deal when it comes to event promotion. How do we properly, you know, propose to our sponsors and corporate partners? What are we doing wrong? How can we bridge the gaps? Another area is he's going to give us the behind the scenes of Dream Weekend, Exodus Carnival, which is a mass band that is based in Jamaica, and Yash Party. Those are his 3 bands. I'm sure he has more, but those are the 3 that he will be focusing on. And then we have Curating the Dream Event. So that is a class that is specific to planning and designing an event. So he will give us all his secrets and tricks. And then the experience, focusing on the marketing, the promotion side of things, because that's in order to keep an event and make it successful, the marketing and the promotion has to be on.
Certainly, as noted by Ruckus. And can you highlight some of the unique perspectives and expertise that will be showcased at this convention? We have touched already on the event planning, we touched on the fashion design. Give me yet another area that will be developed.
It's very large. It is large. And so I would just go through. So we have design and marketing and branding. We have arts education. We have entrepreneurship. We have pageantry. We have acting, dance. We have obviously the event planning. We have modeling. Kenya Hill is coming for modeling, and trust me, she's scouting.
Yeah.
Oh.
She intentionally said that she's scouting. So by the end of the convention, we are hoping that at least one of our models will be signed to an agency. And the same with the music when I reach there. We have Russian as well that is coming. You mentioned the touring, the career, photography, film. It's a whole lot. Music construction with Cosign, and those of you who are not familiar with Cosign has worked with persons like Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, and he has a lot of Grammy. So if you know he's been Grammy nominated, you know he's a big deal. So he is coming, and he's excited as well to be coming and sharing and seeing what SKNIS has to offer, because you know in the Caribbean we also have the flavor, we have unique touches to things, and so maybe you know a new sound might inspire him to even want to work with us even more, and so that is what we are hoping for.
Lovely. Now you touched it, so I want you to dig deeper into it now. How do you think this convention will impact the local creative industries? We mentioned things like film and so forth. What do you think would be the overall impact on the creative industries?
You want to touch it?
Well, for me, I can see, like in the different areas where persons can advance their business, of course, where persons can also advance their skill set, because we don't know everything. We don't know everything, and that is why we are looking forward to these facilitators. We have been trying to get our business off the ground. We have been trying to probably get out there internationally, and sometimes that is a bit difficult, right? And so these facilitators come in here, I can say they can actually better themselves. Maybe you might want to restructure how you do things in order to get out there and be on the level that they are on. And also these facilitators that we mentioned earlier, some of them are scouting, and so we are trying to make sure that we put ourselves in a position, or put creatives in a position to actually be the one that is scouted, and so I think that the impact is going to be great once we take this information and turn it into something where we can be successful ourselves.
And we're trying to make St. Kitts basically the capital of creativity and the arts in the Caribbean. I think that is very important, especially there has been no claims to it. This is the first that it has been done. Everybody from, a lot of Caribbean persons have messaged our social media trying to see. They're like, okay, I can't come this year. Make sure you do something like it next year. And they told me that they're guaranteeing us that a lot of people will be coming from the region because it's never been done before. And these are people who want to see persons from their country and are willing to come to St. Kitts just for that. We actually have some confirmed non-nationals who are coming, who will be traveling just for the convention, and they are pretty excited. And it's from St. Lucia, from Trinidad, from Jamaica, and hopefully Stacia and Sabre will be joining us very soon.
And St. Martin.
And St. Martin. Oh yes, St. Martin, definitely. And while we thought, there's persons who had, a selected industry, when we saw the registration list, we're like, whoa, the classes that they're picked are very diverse. They want a little of everything. So we're very happy for that.
Lovely. Anticipation. Lovely. And we need to take a short break, but we'll be right back after these messages.
Join us every Wednesday from August 28th to October 6th for a special limited edition series.
Hi, I'm Simon Frederick, and I'm honoured to be one of your facilitators at the Creative Power Arts Convention in St. Kitts from August 31 to September 7. With years of experience in film and production, I'm looking forward to sharing some of my insights with you and hopefully inspiring. But most of all, I'm really looking forward to meeting you all there and making this a memorable and impactful convention together.
Welcome back to InFocus, and we have a very educational and exciting interview as we continue on with Roberitine, Webbe, and Casim, Ruckus, Pemberton. I forgot the Casim part, but yes. So viewers, he is better known as Ruckus. All right, so let's continue. What kind of preparation are you expecting to have to do for this convention? Because you mentioned many people coming from the region, nationals who have put their mark on various sectors of the creative industry. What type of preparation are you having to do?
Well, it's been very, very busy. What I would say is a lot of the groundwork was done, months in advance when it came to, the scheduling, the selection. That was, I would say, the most tedious and time consuming. The schedule gave me a headache because it's well over 100 sessions for the entire week. But, and then now we're doing the flights for them, but, we have our subcommittees for it. And so it's not too overworking in any way. We just have to execute properly what what the goals are and the objectives and the task list assigned. But I would say most of the groundwork has been done. It's more so the focus on getting the registration process completed and also on our fringe events. Those are the two things that I would say are the most time consuming in terms of the preparation.
To the registration. How is that going? How many persons so far? Has registration closed as yet? What's that?
Well, registration will not give there would not be a date deadline. However, it's when classes are filled up. And so there's a algorithm in the system or programming that, when it reaches a certain limit, I don't remember it, that would just take it offline one time. So I would encourage persons to register, because when it's at capacity, it is at capacity, especially when it comes to those facilitators that are very popular, many persons are interested in. So take advantage, and I want our nationals to take advantage as well, because our non-nationals are coming in and swooping those spots right up. But registration has been going okay, it's not too bad. Certain sessions are way more than others, and so we're just encouraging persons to not wait so long before you don't get a spot, or wait to the day that you have to sort out a lot of logistics. But we're not turning away anybody, but once it fills, it is filled, and there's no extra spots.
So Lucas, tell us how persons can register.
So you can go to our website, which is creatives.kn, and there is this nice pink tab that says a CPAC right at the top in the right hand corner. You click on CPAC and you click register, and you can go through. And whenever you're going through, I want persons to go through it carefully and understand when and where these classes are going to be happening, and what sessions you are actually interested in, because it's a lot. It's a lot. So when you go on the site, just take your time, don't be in any rush. Take your time and register for the classes that you know that you want to be a part of, because again, it's over 100 sessions, and so you will have to select carefully. And during the when Ms. Webb was putting it together, we made sure that it's not a case where clashing.
So you won't have music and another music class happening at the same time, because we know this is something that people would want to go to. So for Ivan Berry and his team, and for Russia, we made sure to segment those and properly schedule them so that there's no clashing. And then what we've done for convenience is posted the schedule of each facilitator on our social media pages, so that you could say, okay, this person, let me see what classes he has or what she has. And so you could easily, when you go on the website, you could easily know, okay, directly this is where I'm going to. It's on Sunday, it's on Tuesday, and it's there all for you. So we made that, we had those going over the weekend for your convenience as well. And a plug, we have to give our thanks to the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis for coming on as a power sponsor. And with the power sponsor, they gave us a huge surprise. We were able to cut the classes significantly because of their sponsorship, because they are for creatives, and so they wanted to make it as more affordable, because it was affordable already, to make it more affordable to creatives to attend the convention. So as low as $100 EC for the entire week.
Wow. Yes, you do need to commend them.
$100 EC, and this gives you access to the 100 and something sessions I spoke to you about earlier.
All right. So this means if I came and I wanted to select several courses, I can go on, look at the schedule, and select as many as I would like.
So one person registered for 25 sessions over the week.
Wow.
And they only paid $100 EC.
Nice.
But you only get that special once you're registered with us, and it's a very easy registration. You can do it within 5 minutes. So once you register with us, you get it for as low as $100 EC for the entire week. But we also have packages for sessions, we have daily packages, and we have weekly packages. We also have packages for persons who are not registered with us. Again, this is, you can register anytime. You can register. It's not like there's a cutoff for registering for the Creatives Catalog. But if you don't want to register as a creative, you can get it for only $250 for national, who has been taking the most advantage. It is now for $325 EC. And when $120 US dollars. And when I tell you, when the non-nationals saw the prices and who are coming, because not even one facilitator they could get for that price if it was to be held otherwise. And so they are taking advantage of this opportunity. And so we encourage persons like, Development Bank really made this happen. And so we give thanks to the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis for this power sponsor.
All right. So tell us now, remind us of the venue and how are these courses going to be spread out?
All right, so it will be hosted at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort. We're taking over the whole conference room. So there are basically 3 sessions are happening at a time, and they have if you go on the schedule, you would see what the timings are for them. They are, I think, roughly 15 sessions in one day. So there are 15 sessions happening over the span of one day. And so I'm sorry, I don't remember what else you asked.
No, so how it would be spread out. So you have basically explained. So the ballroom area would be divided into sections,
so
and the
remember
facilitators.
There's the royal ballroom that can be split into 3 and have a good amount.
Yes.
And then there's the saber ballroom, which the panel discussions and the consultations, because we're also having it's not just the presentations and lectures, the master classes and the seminars. We actually have panel discussions that will be streamed live on Facebook and YouTube, but we also have one-on-one consultations, and we also have group consultations. So persons would have to register for this, because this is basically an intimate setting with just you and the facilitator, or your group and the facilitator, and getting the inside scoops or any knowledge that you wish. And so we are going to be releasing the form for the consultations very shortly, but this is something that everybody should take advantage of.
Lovely. Now, is there any scope for volunteers on the local level? Because that is a whole lot of work that you're talking about, to make sure that everything is in place by the time the participants get here. How do volunteers come in?
Anybody could literally come and tell us that they're interested, because we don't turn away anyone. I think that there's an opportunity for you to learn as well. It's not just about helping us out. You would be able to go to the different sessions as well. Once you become a volunteer, there are various subcommittees, and so we accept any volunteers who would want to work with us for the entire week. And you can find us or email us at creativeeconomy@gov.kn, or call 662-8239. So I hope to see some volunteers coming on shortly.
Okay. So how will the convention have follow-up support? Because there are going to be these courses, and especially on the local level, sometimes persons need a little hand up. How is the convention? Does the convention have any follow-up? Is there anything that the creative economy is going to do to assist those persons who may need a little assistance? And of course, they would have to request in terms of continuing on with some of this information that they would have gathered.
Most definitely. Once you are able to tell us what it is, because there's sometimes we have a gaps in terms of, what people really want. So once you're able to tell us, what is it that you're requesting, we'll try our best to see how best we can assist you. I can tell you from the start, Ivan Berry's team and Kenya Hill, they are definitely in for the long run. And so anybody in the music area or anybody in the modeling or fashion area, I'm foreseeing a long-term relationship, and hopefully very successful relationships as it relates to signing with agencies and basically pushing your music or your different talents elsewhere.
All right. Now, you mentioned that Development Bank is a power sponsor. What about the St. Kitts Marriott Resort? Do they play a role in hosting this huge event?
They do play a significant role in the hosting, because they are able to give us a very, a great deal when it comes to the partnerships, because it's more than just the venue in itself. It's accommodation, it's food, and so they have been very accommodating. They have been very we've been communicating with them up to yesterday, and so we want to also give a shout out to the St. Kitts Marriott Resort for being so accommodating and helping us sort through our schedule and so forth. They have been amazing.
Does the venue contribute?
And there's another venue that we have since added, because everything could not fit in Marriott, And so we have joined with the Royal St. Kitts Hotel, where all of our fringe events will be happening, and Ruckus will give you more information on those fringe events when you're ready.
Yes, certainly. You can actually give us now.
Okay, so I know that everybody's excited about all these sessions that will be happening. They are excited to see the facilitators. And so we have classes going basically all day. But we also have events that you can look forward to during the convention as well. And so I just want to run through some of them. Like on the 31st of August, that's our first day, we will be kicking off with our opening ceremony on that day. And our opening ceremony starts at 4 p.m. at the Marriott. And then we move into our second event, which is on the same day, the 31st of August, which is my baby, of course, the silent headphone party, which is the Hush, the silent saga. All right, and that is my baby, of course, and so I am inviting everybody. This is not just for persons who are registered or persons who are coming to the convention. It's actually open to the public, and so you can attend this headphone party, and you can get a chance to meet the facilitators, network, kind of unwind, and have a little chat with them. And so you can do that at our headphone party.
So break it down for all the people like me. What is a headphone party?
Okay, so a headphone party gives you a chance to be in your own world.
Right.
It's not music out loud, but the entertainment, and some of these entertainers are SG, Presidential Extortion Sound, Akayu Sweet, New Level, Dangles, myself as an artist, Just Jai, and we have so much more that will be happening on that night. But you're in your own world, in your own headphone, in your own space. Like nobody could disturb you. You're just in your.
So you put in your headphones and you're just dancing.
Yes. With a little bass line. You know what I mean? Yeah, thumping across your chest and so.
Right.
It's vibes. It's fun, and we are inviting persons to come out. Again, it's only day one.
Right.
That's only day one.
So give us another one.
All right, and so we also have on the 1st of September, we have Claws, Melodic Nails Art Competition, Clash of the Bands. And so this is where our nail techs get the chance to select a song from any one of our local bands. And I'll just use a song here. For example, let's say Ken and Barbie by Sugar Band. You now have to recreate that song on the nails. So you recreate Ken and Barbie on the nails, and that's for our nail techs.
Yes, how creative can you get?
And what's the grand prize?
And so, this is a competition, and so we do have prizes, and our winner gets $3,000, and the runner-up gets $1,000, and that is only day 2.
Carry on.
What else is happening on day 2?
And also, we also have on day 2 a cake baking competition that we call Sugar Showdown. It's a decorating competition and taste of fear. And when we say cake baking, we don't want you guys to think small. We want you guys to think more on the cake wars level.
Okay, well, I'm in the tasting part.
So we want you guys to think more on the cake wars side.
Lovely.
Those big extravagant cakes. If you have an idea to put, let's say, ZAZ on top of your cake, you can do that. You can get as creative as possible. And this one is the best of SKN. So
It
whatever
aligns with our independence as well.
Yes, whatever you think the best of SKN is, we want you to display that when you're making your cake. And you're not going to be baking on the spot, and so you can bake in the comfort of your home or wherever you feel comfortable
and bring it
baking.
for reveal.
And
I
you bring
see.
it to reveal.
And you can also add different desserts to enhance. So it's like, it's not just a cake and that's it. You could either add, croissant, a special croissant you want, cupcakes and so forth. And so Rukos will tell you what the grand prizes are for this as well.
And so, because it's a competition, we have prizes. And so our winner will be getting $3,000. Our second place will get $1,000, and third place will get $500 plus more.
Wow.
There are more prizes.
So
Consolation
there's some corporate
prizes.
sponsors who will be coming on for some in-kind. And when I said these in-kind, worth a lot of money. So some in-kind appliances, I might just add, will be coming on as prizes for this sugar showdown.
All right. But you didn't tell me about the tasting part. So is it that persons who come to it
Yes,
are free to sample?
Yes, you can get to sample the cake.
Finally you got
And
to
so-
my part.
And so it's...
And you're part of the judging, actually.
Yeah. We are letting you know now that you are.
So and this is they have a part where they get to basically hear. So it's not just the cake is revealed and done. They have to give us the inspiration, everything, like why choose those flavors as opposed to that flavor. And so it's an entire good competition, and it extends beyond just what the site is, what just the artwork is, but the development of it.
And it has to taste good.
Here you go.
Because we have to eat it.
Okay then.
So
Anything else you have for French?
Yes. Should we continue?
Sure.
Okay, so we're moving on to the Monday, which is September 2nd, we have the Install, the arts exhibition. So these are persons who have different paintings, sculptures, those artwork or fine art that they want to, be displayed, and they can also be bought as well. And so it will be at the Royal St. Kitts from 7 p.m. Until I think 11 or 10, if I'm not mistaken. So and it's absolutely free.
Okay.
So entrance is absolutely free. Of course, there'll be things that you can purchase to eat and drink from Royal St. Kitts, but it's going to be a very exhilarating arts exhibition.
All right.
but that's not it.
We couldn't, sorry, Lucas, but these fringe events are happening because of the the art forms that might not have been directly impacted throughout the week-long activity, and so we had to find other things. Competitions is one thing that is within our mandate and things that we want to do as well. So we thought it was fitting to combine everything together.
Yeah, the culinary part is an important part of the
Yes.
creatives industry.
Yes.
Okay, that's
And
it.
so on Thursday, the 5th of September, we have what we call Spotlight SKN, which is our talent show. And we wanted to think more America's Got Talent
The
kind of style, the
Voice.
voice. Yeah, so it doesn't matter what talent it is.
It's a performing
yes,
talent.
Yes, if you are a magician, a singer, a dancer, it doesn't matter. The
You do
talent.
puppetry.
Anything. So we are inviting you on Thursday, 5th September, to be a part of Spotlight SKN. But hear this. Again, it's a competition, and so the winner gets $4,000.
Okay, nice.
$4,000. And now we moved. This
It's
is
a banger.
yes, the Den Pitch Perfect Pitching Competition. The Den Pitch Perfect Pitching Competition.
That's singing.
Hold on.
What you think
Hold on.
it is? Let's see what it
And when we say pitching, we're not talking about marbles.
You said pitch perfect.
we are not talking about marbles. Juke and them
Okay,
things.
got you.
No, we are not. But what do you think it is?
It can either be a business pitch or it can be seeing who can sing at the perfect pitch.
Well, it's for $20,000 you would be winning from this.
So I think it's business.
It's
I definitely think
Just
it's
for
business.
creatives. Just a pitching competition just for our creators, because we know that this is our industry are always on the back burner. We don't get when you go to the different banks, which is something we're working on, you're not getting as much interest or money that you would really like because of how vulnerable they think that the industry is. So we are all trying to basically stimulate the economy, stimulate the creative industry. And so with the Den, which is the Creative Enterprise Pitch Competition, you get your chance to win $20,000.
That's the big one.
Which you can invest in your business.
Yes.
There you go.
You can definitely use that same money to start the business that you pitch. But here is the twist to this one, though. There are certain sessions that you have to make sure that you attend. Yes, you have to attend. I think it's sessions with Tamu Brown, Nisha Tweed, and me.
Because they significantly help you in terms of your business development. So Tamu on the entrepreneurship, Nisha on the content strategy and audience strategy, basically how you onboard more clients. And then we have Mia in terms of the brand development, which is critically important. So those are the three. You must attend at least one session of those three to be a part of this pitch competition, which I think is a fabulous idea, and
but you understand why
it will be annual as well.
And you understand what's happening there. We are actually saying we are going to make sure that you understand what you have to do to win the $20,000.
Correct.
So you do have help to get your idea together,
and
so
to invite the general public to, because it's a live show. It's going to actually be a show. And while the lead coordinator Karina, when she was giving us the rundown of it, I'm like, they're in for a treat. Like, it's a lot of, there's twists to everything, and the audience get to be involved in it. And their prizes to be won. I'm not going to share those details, but we have some corporate sponsors who came on board, such as Digicel, and they have some sweet prizes involved, so for the general public. And so I invite everybody to come down to the Den on September 2nd and 3rd, which is the Tuesday and Wednesday at the Royal St. Kitts Hotel conference room, to witness the Den and see, support someone who you think will win that $20,000. And might I add, the audience play a role in who becomes the winner.
Viewers, that is what I call anticipation. They are giving you some hints about what you can expect, even if you are in the audience. So that's very exciting, but we must take a break. So we'll be right back with more In Focus. Welcome back to In Focus. Now, viewers and listeners, there are more fringe. Casim Pemberton is going to continue on with some more exciting fringe events.
So, I know everybody is saying that sounds like a lot, but for us, it's still not enough. It's still not enough, but of course, we have more for you. All right, and so on the 6th of September, which is the Friday, we have a career expo and trade show, which is called Creative Power Fusion. And this is where all our vendors can come, they can display their work. And of course, you can sell whatever you have as well, And so we are saying to all vendors, come.
And when I say vendors, a lot of the time there's like a different, connotation to what vending is. And so basically any type of business that you think is fitting for the creative arts, it doesn't have to be that you actually sell products, it could also be services. Even if you're looking for people to hire, because it's a career expo as well, you open the students that will be attending to the different career opportunities in the creative arts. And it's also a trade show, so even if you have products, even if you have a unique, you think that I've always wanted to advertise or promote my business, but I've never found the right opportunity, and this is your place to be. However, spots are very limited. There are people who have started registering already, and so spots are limited, and so it is when spots are filled, that is when we are going to be closing off, and so pay special attention to that because you don't want to miss out.
All right, continuing.
All right. And so this is going to be our final event, our grand finale. And I know that some of my co-workers would want me to make sure that I pay special attention to this one. And so this is our Creative Power Arts Gala and Award Show. And the theme for this one is reawakening the world of art. And so when you hear this, we want you to think more Met Gala style.
So your fashion,
Yes.
because again we're trying to tie in all the creative arts. So it's also a fashion statement event. Reawakening the world of art.
Yes.
You don't have to just think limited. You don't just have to think about the actual art form itself. You could think about architecture, different cultures in the world. So it's basically, we're trying to bring everybody together. Everything makes art. Basically, we are not here without art.
So I can come in my meat dress.
You can. You definitely can.
And there will be a red carpet where once you're coming up, we'll have our team there who will be asking you questions about how you went about putting your outfit together.
And
what inspired you.
What would they win, Lucas? Because I
didn't reach that part yet, I didn't reach that part yet. But of course, there is a prize for the best dressed male and the best dressed female.
Wow.
As well. So there is something
cash.
for you. And it's
just
cash.
a hint. It's cash.
There is something there for you, for the best dressed male, best dressed female. All right. And again, it is not just a gala, but it is also an award show. And so we will be awarding some of our creatives, and we have already put our nomination out there, and so we want you to nominate your creative in the different disciplines, and they will be awarded at this show as well, or at this gala as well,
And one plug that I must say, that there will be a laughter or comedy featured segment in this gala that we are bringing in, and so you will see that released shortly on who is or are coming. And trust me, like the agent that we have on top of it, Carla, she's amazing. Amazing. And so we're going to make this first gala one of the most successful activities that we have done, and so we're encouraging persons to come and attend the gala, make a fashion statement because we're very fashionable people, and be unique as well, and just celebrate creativity and the arts in St. Kitts and Nevis, and by extension the Caribbean, because we have a lot of untapped potential that we really want to put on the international markets, and we will be there very shortly, such as platforms like the Creative Power Arts Convention.
So now this leads directly into the next question. Are there plans to expand and evolve this event in the next 2 years? You said it's every other year. Are you already thinking down that path?
Of course.
Expanding.
I mean, I don't know how much bigger we can go with 27 facilitators, but definitely the feedback that will come from, this one, and also we've already gotten persons interested in being facilitators already.
They've been asked.
Trust me, they want in. And so we foresee this going to even be a bigger event in 2026, and I'm just thinking, what more can we add? What more, Lucas?
For me, I would like to encourage our creatives to be a part of this convention. I don't want persons to take it for granted, because it is an opportunity of a lifetime, and so I want all creatives to grab the opportunity, because there are islands out there who are looking in on what we are doing right now.
Trust me.
And
this is
some
feedback.
even went as far as to say, hey, how about you guys come and do this for us?
Yes.
Ooh.
We got that off.
Okay.
And so we are saying it's being done here in St. Kitts for the first time. It's the first of its kind in the region. And we want you to grab the opportunity. Don't take it for granted.
Somebody boom and somebody is extremely successful to be like, I should have waited here and not me. Or I should have really go to the convention because of the outputs that,
It also goes into the fact that we are known to be a last minute people, so the registration, bear that in mind, local creatives, don't lose the opportunity nor the spot.
And even if you're not a creative, think about how can you benefit from this convention, because it's not just restricted to creative persons. It has entrepreneurship in it. It has branding, marketing, legal activities in terms of businesses. So it's a whole lot. There's something for every single person. Arts education, and it's not just restricted to the art form arts education. This is like, if you want to study the arts, you want to have a career in it, this is curriculum development. So we've also, started sending out communication to our various ministries who we think can greatly benefit from such event.
Lovely. Now time flies when you're having fun.
Yes.
So we need to wrap up. So beginning first with Rukas. Tell us, what is the thing that you would like to remain in the minds of our nationals and all of our viewers and listeners further afield, regionally and internationally, about this convention?
If you're serious about your business and you're serious about your craft, our Creatives Power Arts Convention is a place for you. This is where you should be, this is where you want to be, and this is where I hope that you will be. From August 31st to September 7th. I know some of you might not be able to do the full week, which is why we set it up in a way so that you can do a day or you can even do a session, but we are definitely hoping that you can do the full week and get all of this information, because it's vital information. It plays a part in who you are as a creative or who you want to be in your creative field, and so we want you to be there. So be there.
Thank you. Miss Webb?
What I would say is a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Why I say that? It's not because the same facilitators might not be coming back in the next 2 years. In addition to that, you're getting all of the access to all of these people who are, when I say industry experts, for a very affordable price. Trust me when I say that. I'm telling you, people from Trinidad been calling us, trying to see how they can reach here, because the same persons who are where they're from, they want to come and see them because of what we are offering and how the access to them is very, when I say access to them in terms of the knowledge of what they'll be getting, the development sessions, it's for next to nothing. Take advantage of it. Trust me, it's going to be worthwhile, and I'm sure by the end you're going to be saying, bring this back every year.
Thank you very much, my guests, Rukas and Miss Webb. You have definitely enlightened us on what is in store just around the corner. Viewers and listeners, thank you for staying with us for InFocus, and we'll have another exciting show for you next week. Remember, it's your government, your business. Bye.
Join us every Wednesday for InFocus, a weekly talk show produced by the St. Kitts Nevis Information Service, where we provide exclusives with key persons within the government and discuss pertinent, relevant, and interesting matters that affect us all. Tune in every Wednesday, live on ZIZ Radio and streamed live on Facebook at SKNIS Media and ZIZ Online. InFocus, your government, your business.